Needed to press the go live button.
The broadcast is live now.
Here we go. All right. So, no bravado massive. I am here with Jigger today. Looking very distinguished with his beard. I'm loving it. But we're trying out StreamYard. This is the first time we're trying out StreamYard after our embarrassing kind of episodes with Zoom just flopping us left, right, and center. So here we are. But anyway, we're going to show you our little trailer and we'll be back. Well, so
you like the way that works.
So these are the things that StreamYard can do, boy. Yo, I'm excited.
So you prefer it to the your old thing?
I liked Zoom because it was easy to use. But when we're doing interviews, like we done Big Sway Ivory a couple of weeks ago, and the thing had Natalie under siege. It had me under siege when I was with you guys. And hang on, I think I'm echoing in someone. I'm echoing in.
No, it's not me. I went on something to look at something to see if it was working, and then it made the echo. It's me. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. So we're interviewing people and it's glitching us, and you can't see us, and all kinds of things. So I remember having the conversation with you and thinking it could have been my internet, but then it wasn't me, it was Natalie that it was doing it to. So I think it's Zoom. So it's probably when you were saying to me about the apps and downloading the apps, blah blah blah, it could possibly be that because they had upgraded and it just didn't seem to be working. So
you see, with some of these things, they always once they upgrade it, you kind of got to get used to using it again, or you got to reset your Wi-Fi and all kind of madness,
all kinds of nonsense. So we just went to StreamYard. It's a little bit like it's kind of flashy. I'm loving it. I do love it. Anyway, Quincy's here. Let's add Quincy in.
Well, gone, superstar.
All right.
Hello.
I'll tell you this, Phil. I might have to take that mantle after the interviews are going to be releasing this week.
What mantle?
Superstar.
Oh. Well, come on.
Superstar Quincy, innit?
Anything you can tell us about that?
Yeah, so I've just released interview with Idris regarding his Luther Netflix.
Okay.
So that's on my channel now.
Okay.
And I'm going to release on Friday my interview with the police commissioner, Mike Rowley.
Okay. Here she is. So superstar for real.
Hey, so Quits, my man wants to come out after be called institutionalized racism. He wants to be talking.
You know what? When I done the interview with him, I went to Scotland Yard, and I actually got the interview on the back of doing some stuff with the police anyway, but I got it on the back of doing the shows on the station. And
really,
yeah, because I interviewed some black officers and that, and I spoke to him when it was due. It was due the day David Cousin was going to be sentenced. And that's when the interview was going to be actually released, going to be interviewed. And he cancelled February the 10th, it was going to be. That day was a day of cancellations for me. That's the day
Quincy frozen.
That got cancelled. And he actually called, his people called me 2 hours before saying that he don't feel well. He was getting a bag of flack. He was getting a bag of flack. So he probably thought, Friday morning, I don't need this big black motherfucker trying to. giving me more flack. So I'm sick. So I actually done that interview on Valentine's Day.
Okay. Right, Quince, I was going to let you know, I missed half of that. I don't know what happened. It froze for a couple of seconds.
I
missed half of that. But you know what? You're a superstar anyway, regardless.
Irregardless. Tell them again. Natalie, frozen, babe, I think.
That's just Natalie giving a side eye.
No, it's Natalie frozen in a pretty frame, though, so we can continue.
Yeah.
You know what it is,
Sometimes
right?
it have you freeze up like this and all these things.
Natalie's got the kids in the yard all using up the Wi-Fi. Take up the bandwidth.
You know, I wasn't aware of that until Goody told me during lockdown, you know.
What's that?
Back there when you got other people in the yard. So I think my sons and that playing what they're doing in the Xbox. So why is these pickings keep on freezing and sticking and dropping? Yeah. So yeah, so when I do my thing, lock it off. Everything lock off.
Yeah.
Don't even turn on your phone. Don't put it on. Use your data.
Do you know there's a way around that, by the way? You know, you can buy these
That's for you, Quince.
yeah, you can that must be. You can buy these little things, the Wi-Fi extenders in your yard. You buy them, I think they're £25. Plug it into your internet box downstairs.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a specific Wi-Fi for that one what's in your room. And then you can just do that. And just don't give the kids that and just have that one for yourself. So that then you should get away with all the issues.
Yeah, no. Good yeah. So I appreciate that. Yeah.
See, Garry fix it, boy. Not Jim will fix it. It's Garry fix it. Garry knows everything about everything, you know.
I want to be like that.
Yeah.
It's a Bajan accent.
Modest.
So hold on. So who's that? What comes out of that Bajan accent?
What they're trying to insinuate that
TLC
Natalie frozen because of my accent.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because of the Bajan accent. The Bajan accent.
That's made the comment. TLC, what do you mean by that? Give us a
TLC. Who made that comment? TLC.
Yeah. I don't know why it's not telling me who it is on here who's made the comment, but I'm liking StreamYard so far because these embarrassment. It's kind of flashy.
The reason why I'm telling you because that's probably TLC using somebody else's Wi-Fi, the cheap gooner.
Right. You Liverpool fans, watch yourself, yeah?
That TLC.
I'm just saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't know much about football, but if you don't win the league this year.
Don't be knocking us, man. We don't have to win the league, man. We'll have to leave.
No. All I'm hearing is, we've done better than we're supposed to have done. So even he's frozen there, like you can't believe it.
I'm just happy. I'm living the happiness.
If it is Zoom or if it is us, then for real, because StreamYard's not supposed to be freezing.
Yeah, it is. Tricia about and StreamYard is so well and it's this and that and in it.
Hello, babe.
Oh. Hello, fuckers. What a mission.
Oh dear. Well, we done it. Gary's unfrozen. So let's crack on with the show because Quincy is already saying he's a superstar. And he's only staying for an hour.
Now, I said I've got a minimum hour, but I'll see how it goes. I'm not feeling 100%. It's only because of you guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we love you too.
Natalie can fight. That's why.
Oh dear. All right. So all that have to bear with me because this is my first time using this thing. And we were nervous as hell.
We was.
So did you have the old conversation where is this the first time using StreamYard?
Yeah.
Live, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We faffed about with it. It's
not showing me the what I want to see though. Why is it not showing me what?
Come on, Gal. This is your cute Garry. Garry fixed it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
Oh,
see,
dear.
I'm not in Tricia's yard to help her. So let's make sure we're two different places. Starts with
Because hang on, let's try again. Because I don't. When we done it. It's easiest with two monitors. Well, if we ain't got two monitors, what are you supposed to do?
Technology just likes to embarrass us at this point. Let's just face it. We don't get on. We need to find another way.
So when this gets released, put out there so this part gets edited, right?
No, it's live now.
Live, honey.
as it's happening.
So
They're used to us.
This is like a digital version of the uncles and the aunties at the christening with the mic.
Everyone's used to this Bangarang show now. That they know Wagwan. But I don't understand why it's not showing me.
So aren't you on present and then push slides? Isn't that what you got to do?
Okay, it's showing me Chrome tab, window.
No, at the bottom, it should say mute, stop cam, settings, and present. No. Yeah.
So I'm on present.
Yeah. Go to the top one. Share screen or slides.
Yeah. So share screen. Hang on. All right. Let me start again. So present. Right. Watch the superstars. Like I am too big for this.
You're not too big for it.
You have no slides, so it's not that. I want to share the screen.
Yeah.
Right. We did this when we was thing and there was no problem. So I don't understand why the problem is here now. Share screen. So I've shared the screen, and now it's saying Chrome window entire screen. Select a tab to preview. Window. It's showing me the StreamYard. Entire screen. It's not allowing me to. All right. I don't want to. I'm going to do it anyway. Hang on. So that's what I can see. So why can't I see the rest of my?
Don't see.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Showing you what's on. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I was loving it until now. Changed my mind.
I'll give you credit's due, man. You got patience, man. I would have lost patience. I would have locked this off a long time. I've got no patience. That's what patience is. I've got no patience.
All right, man. I'm sure we can talk it through.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, and then we're gonna have to. We're really gonna have to. Yeah. So first topic. Whilst I keep fiddling around with it.
Sorry, didn't you just show the video a minute ago?
I showed the video because it allows you to do the fancy stuff in the side there. So I showed the video and I showed our trailer. That's great. So I should be able to share my screen and show my slideshow. Yeah. We done it in a test and it was fine.
Okay.
Now it's not allowing me to do it.
Okay, cool.
So Minonor. I don't know, but we'll talk through it. So it's showing me window Chrome, entire screen, but it's not showing me. It's not showing me what I need it to show me. So yeah, we'll talk through it.
Is Quincy sleeping? Is Quincy sleeping?
Not yet, anyway. So I was going to show the video for Stamp because early bird packages are sold out. So yeah, that's moving on. So Quince, you spoke about this. We're not going to be able to show the video until I figure it out. But it's Sierra in this fishnet thing.
Yeah, I done it on live yesterday, and I spoke about it last week Friday.
Okay, so that's our current topic. So one of our guys posted it. MW Prince said, so the talk online is that Sierra is dressing too revealing at the Vanity Fair Oscars party because she's showing potential future partners her body. There's claims that her husband is soft for going out with her when she wears a chainmail dress with no bra. They say it's because he's an American football player with a contract ending and she's still in love with rapper Future, her first baby daddy. Fellas, would you go out with a woman dressed like this? And ladies, would you wear this, or what do you think? What would you think if a friend wore this? What sign does this put out?
Well,
can I be the first hypocrite?
Go on.
Go on.
Well, personally, if I saw any of you like that, I'd be like, "Ooh, wicked!" But if you was dating me, it'd be a different thing.
I think that's with a lot of people.
Really and truly, if I saw you lot in that, I'd be like, "Yeah, what, Natalie? Are you Trish? Are you that?" But I'd be like, a bit
What? Yeah.
Oh God! But one thing I will say, I find it difficult because she's not the first. You know what I mean? She's not the first to come out like that. Beyonce's worn dresses like that. Sierra, and what's her name? Ashanti, you name it. Lady Gaga come out in a meat dress. You know what I mean? I would. You know what I mean? So
in meat dress, you know.
She wore meat on the red carpet. Slabs of meat on the body.
Could you imagine sitting next to that?
You know what I mean? So
and it was pork.
The outrage is outrage, but I do think it was from person not being her partner. She did look good, but I don't know. I partly look at, but you know when someone takes a picture of you and you look a bit vexed. May not be vexed at that actual thing, but you look a bit. So he looked a bit vexed.
Yeah, but
yeah, it was a bit. I mean, if your husband's he left the house with her like that, so he knew what she looked like before she left the house. So what can you say?
Quince, what did you say? Because I missed it. So I know that it's kind of repetitive for you, but what
I put this out on Thursday, Friday, and people are still commenting on my page today about this thing. So I've done a bit of background. The reason why she was wearing that dress, yeah. Well, first things first, if my missus comes out with that downstairs in the house in that outfit to go out, wherever we're going, we're gonna get there late. That's the first thing. That's first. Yeah. We're getting there late, yeah, because we're having sex before we leave, definitely. Right? Right? So, yeah. And she wore that dress. She was going to a mesh party. That's what it was.
Yeah, a mesh party. It was a mesh party, yeah.
It was a mesh party. So there were other people dressed similar to her.
Right.
And the difference is she carried it off better. Personally, my woman, no, it's not my watch. Because I do, I'd rather wear something like a cat suit or something fitted. There is things that you leave between you and your partner in the house, yeah. So you could wear that all day around the house around me, but out because look, check it out. If either of you two wore that outfit, all right, I'm not gonna be funny. Like, me and Garry can put our faces. How are we gonna talk to you? I can't talk to you. Like, what's going on, Tricia? Right, and I've got breasts in my face. Yeah?
You're gonna have to figure it out.
No.
Hey, Quince, when she comes in for the hug, where'd you put your hands? When she comes to the hug,
I'll be like old Chinese kung fu movies. It's like I want to know how people spoke to Sirius, because I know what it's like. Yeah, I can figure it out where a woman wears a low-cut top and shows cleavage. I can figure that out, yeah? But the whole thing, I was like, nah, not my... And do you know what? We are been hypocrites, yeah? I'll be hypocrite because I would look at that on Instagram. Sorry, not look at that. It's not me. I would look at women like her who dress similar on Instagram all day. I've been to yardie raves and they've probably dressed just like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? I've been to a couple of passes, and I'm like, and the ones on the boat. Okay. I've been breast affair, so it's like that's nothing but.
Brett, listen, I was flabbergasted the first time I went breast affair.
I was like
first and only time.
I was like a junior. I was like a kid. Oh my God! Look at the breasts, and they got yardie accents.
I come like I was getting bags of Percy pigs when I first went. When the first time I went, I was like, "Rah, give me my Percy pig."
Okay. And it was jam to the point. If you stare, you look like an idiot because it's everyone's dressed like that. So, personally, not my woman.
Right. Okay. Now, what do you think? I mean, some people in the comments are saying, let's show it. Why are we comparing ourselves to celebrities who are constantly in costume? That's from Emma Bruce.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Like, that's their world. That's normal. Like, that is their world. And the kind of event that it was as well. This is what they do. Like, they're constantly in costume, which usually consists of nothing. They're used to it.
That's right.
Right.
But wouldn't you say Vanity? And I'm not trying to put things in different categories, but wouldn't you say Vanity Fair show is slightly different?
I do, but I think it's still edgy. So as edgy as you can get, and this edgy look just happened to be no clothes.
I mean, she looked good. You can't take it. That's why I feel quite awkward about it. Because if I'm saying you look good, then I shouldn't really. How you look. If you look good, then you should wear what you want to wear. If she looked terrible, I'll be like, nah, she looked terrible. But she looked good. There was nothing about her that I could think, you know what? She didn't look good. And it wasn't because she had little clothes on. It just, she looked good.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take that away.
She had little clothes on, girl.
That's even if she had a long dress on, she's a person who can carry off looks.
She carried it off good. Though. I ain't gonna lie to you. She carried it off good. She looked, and I mean, I'm not really into like small chest yelling, you know what I mean? In the old fried eggs, but she looked good. I like that do the old fried eggs, mate.
But the thing for me, and the only reason I say it didn't look as good as it could, and this is me knocking the man. Her man didn't look as good as her. As far as if your woman coming out looking that good, you need to up your games.
But what could he have worn though?
He could have worn
a standard tuxedo wasn't the one for what she was wearing.
He
should wear a leotard.
No, he could have wore a mesh shirt and showed his.
I wish a motherfucker would wear a mesh shirt around me.
Big up shoes, doctor. Big up shoes.
Please no. Please don't listen to Quincy, guys. Don't wear a mesh shirt.
No, for that occasion, because that's what the theme was, the party, to match what he's wearing.
I wouldn't have gone with mesh shirt, but he could have worn, his suit didn't have to be a black and like a standard tuxedo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know what he could have done. Like, I think with guys, it's a little bit limited in that respect, especially to an event like that.
Minimum, Natalie, minimum string vest. Going there looking like Supercat.
Oh my God. Yeah, looking like Yardie.
He could have worn a string vest and gone in there with a Kangol and look the part. It would have suited her.
No, you're saying, don't you agree that how he came out and how she came out was just two different levels?
Yeah, I do agree.
But then that's what I mean. What could he have worn to match her level, really, to like a suited and booted event? As a man, you're quite limited. You're going to wear a tux or a suit.
Right. Yeah. Let me leave this way. When you go out and you see guys, you see a guy in a suit, and then you see another guy in a suit, and there's two different looks.
Mm-hmm.
He's one with just a standard look suit. I've seen celebrities go out in some wicked jackets, little different style, just looking wicked. Because the person who made that for her should have made something for him.
Yeah, but they might have looked too busy standing together. Could you imagine? Yeah, it might have been a bit of a headache.
Comment from a watcher said she looks hot, but she gets away with it because she's famous. Celebrities are wearing less and less in general. In the videos they're showing, majority of their bodies is for clicks and discussions. It's
like
working.
This. Yeah.
Who said he looked fine? Emma Bruce is saying that the husband looked fine to her.
What would you have worn?
Me.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't have got to the party.
I would have worn like a fitted trousers.
How fitted?
No, fitted, not tight, not ball,
Okay.
not ball hangers. Fitted trousers, and I would have wore like a vest shirt.
What? A what?
Like I don't know. I would have worn a jacket, a light jacket, like a what do you call it? When it's hot, the suits, the linen. I would have worn something linen.
Okay.
And, linen. I would have worn linen, and I would have wore like a vest, a fitted vest under the linen, with a jacket over it, linen jacket.
I'm trying to picture it.
Gal, what would you have worn?
I probably would have won because her dress was black and silver gold. Yeah, was it gold and had like gold
was her skin?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it was black and flesh.
I thought some like goldy thing. So I probably would have worn some kind of black, but some kind of nice gold fitted jacket, like black and gold fitted jacket, but something classy. And then maybe like Quincy said, some sort of not neck. I hate that netted look here, but something like kind of. Even if I didn't even wear a top, if I had the body, had the top, like it just bare chest, kind of just done over with something like that. It would have been something like that.
Yeah,
I just think you should step his game.
I've got to come here. Chest would have shown.
Yeah,
chest would have been shown.
Chest would have shown.
She wear chest, I wear chest.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Right.
2 hours later.
I was working away in the background, people.
Oh,
Well done. I think he looks all right.
Nah.
No, I think he looks all right.
Nah.
I think with guys as well, less is more.
But Nat, when you look at that, yeah, he's got a shirt on, his trousers are a bit dead, and the jacket looks like some standard jacket.
Yeah, I would have worn white.
The fit, but I think the outfit's not too bad.
I mean, they tried to match up the gloves with the jacket. They've got that kind of they tried to match the gloves with the jacket. I see they tried to do that, but for me, she just looks good. I can't even argue with her.
Okay.
Does look good. I ain't gonna lie to you, she looks good. I don't really go for the old.
Do you know what? If I'm not even trying to be mean or in any way, because I love Ciara and I love everything, and everyone's moaning about the dress, but her wig bothers me more than the dress.
Standard.
It's sitting on top of her like a hat.
Is that a wig? I thought it was a hair.
No, it's a weave or
and
something.
it's not even placed properly. So that's more. I'm looking like fucking hell. Like that's a big thing. I'd be more concerned about that than her outfit.
But that could have been because of the kind of pose she's got. It could like that. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't like it.
Don't like
the hair. It doesn't go with the outfit, I don't think. I think a nice slick back would have gone well with that outfit. Nice slick, like a hair slick back or nice long tresses. But that little hat bob, I don't like.
If she wore that in a music video, would that be an issue?
Yeah.
What, that wig?
No, not wig, the dress.
Oh, no.
In a music video, I suppose. Well, Beyonce's wearing like literally a little string thing, like diamante bikini thing, in it, in a Renaissance kind of.
Yeah, so I'm saying so.
They're all naked now. So
yeah, so is it just because it was a red carpet event? That thing, because if you want
I
music,
think that's what it is.
about it.
It's only because she wore it because it was the after party. It's the Oscars, so you know what I mean. And the theme was mesh, so. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I can't see her wearing that going to watch him, support him in his with the Broncos. She's not wearing that on the pitch.
Monday Night Football.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Can't see her being a freaking Sky Sports pundit with that outfit on.
Yeah, but it's like it's Vanity Fair. It's fashion. She's pushing the boundaries. She's going for something different. You know, I'm not mad at the outfit. I think do your thing. Again, I'm just more mad at the wig and its placement and the partying, all of it. I feel like everything everything was all on the dress and like, hello. It's like, she's like, oh shit, my hair. Boom, just like anything put it on backward. I just don't like it.
Do you know what I did discuss at a good angle? Because that outfit is very much about her and obviously what she's was doing. Do you think that, Natalie, your mum, when you put certain outfits on, do you think about take pictures what your children could probably think, what might be thinking in years to come? So once it's on the gram, it's there, isn't it?
I think you can do pictures, and like I look at her and I don't think she looks so ghetto, ratchet, slutty. I don't look at her and think that. Whereas I see some people go in there and they dress a certain way and it looks like that. It just carries off in a slutty way. So I think hers looks more fashion couture-ish. Yes, naked, but it's got more of a kind of high fashion look. Whereas I think sometimes people go on there, they're holding their finger in their mouth. They got these fucking anything ratchety, then yeah. But when it's not ratchet and you can kind of pull it off, if you can pull it off in a high fashion kind, which she has, I think, in this element, then I know. But say like remember, she's very slim and she's dainty, and I think she hasn't got a boob job or nothing like that. So it's all very like top model. She's got a very top model, sleek, slim body. So it's not like her boobs are just in your face, all crunched up together. It's not like that. She's got like a model body. So she's got that kind of high fashion look. So I think with that, I don't think it's just not looked at like that. But I think, again, if you go there and you've got your like sauce, you go there dressed like you're going to take a picture in the sauce mag, then...
You got clear heels on.
Yeah. Clear platform heels on, and your BBL out and all that. I think there's just ways of there's two different naked, and it's just how you carry it, I think.
Yeah. Why do clear heels look so cheap? And what?
Because Chris Rock said
first of all, why do you not buy them?
Chris Rock was the person who said I think it was
Never Scared.
And he was the one that was saying clear heels is linked with prostitution. And from that, I was very wary about wearing clear heels.
And I think anytime you
come out now all right. So
whenever you see strippers or anything in films, on TV, in documentaries or anything, them platform clear perspex heels are there without fail. So it's got that whole connotation. It's got that whole connotation to it.
All right.
So
someone said something interesting. I don't know who it is because it's not telling me the name on here. That's the only thing. So we have to look. Emma says, I can't condemn her outfit as I've worn something similar 20 years ago. Have you ever worn anything this revealing? Because you're quite minimalistic, Nat. So have you ever worn anything? You're minimalistic. You're not.
Very minimalistic.
So would you wear or have you worn anything like this before?
Nah. I've worn like, like the J-Lo dresses back in the day. The long
images, the pictures.
And I still wear them sometimes now where...
look at you.
The long V, the long V-neck, the long V-neck dresses, blazer dresses where they drop down and you've kind of just got tape holding yourself together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's about as far as I go. But back in the day, I did a photo shoot for Apple Skins. Remember when Apple iPod Skins?
Yeah.
And they wanted you to show your skin. But it was not until I got there that they was like, yes. So they drove us to a field and I had the stylist and the hairstylist and the makeup artist. And then there's like, okay, had these long Red Riding Hood boots on, these really nice, classy, old vintagey type boots, leggings. And then I had to take my top off. So it was like a topless shoot, but you wouldn't see anything. You just see my back. And I had really long hair, literally down to my back, then long straight hair. And I was really nervous about it. That was the most thingy thing I'd ever done. But then when it
You
came out,
you mean this one?
it wasn't thingy at all. It didn't have the connotation that I was scared it could have at all. It didn't look sexual at all. Yet I was completely topless. My whole back is out, but you would never. It just doesn't look like that. It just doesn't. So I do believe there are ways of doing it. Whereas I got booked to do something for Ann Summers, and they asked me to put something on. And I was like, hell no.
Right.
Because I knew
what you didn't like it.
Going to look like.
Is that because you didn't like it, or how it when you put it on, or if you've put it on, how would it made you look?
I wouldn't feel comfortable in that because it was for a catwalk.
Okay.
So I was like, no. So they had to get me like another outfit instead, because I just point blank refused, because I'd already said before I'm not doing any 2-piece lingerie or nothing like that. But when you get there, they try and kind of put that
try and swerve you.
Yeah, try and swerve you. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. Like, but whereas the other girls kind of were like, okay. Because it's Ann Summers, you don't really want to say no. But I was ready to walk out. Because I'm a person, if I'm not comfortable, I'm not doing it. That's just what I've always been like that. I don't care what the situation is. If I'm not comfortable in something, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I think, again, it's how it comes across and how you carry it. I knew there's no way I could carry the 2-piece Ann Summers thing. But the Apple thing, I was able to carry that. So that it looks completely innocent, but when you check it, there's no top. Right. That's the reality of it. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah. What's the difference? I don't know what the difference is, but there's a clear difference when you look at it.
If you've got kids and all that, and if you're in the 20s, I think the things you can wear in your 20s that you can't wear in your 30s, and you can't wear in your 40s, you can't wear in your 50s, you can't wear in your 60s. It's just life in it, and that's maybe a bit sexist or ageist and stuff. But there's stuff that I used to wear when I was a youth that I want to wear now. Just as you grow up, you just don't want to wear them. So even if I was a celebrity, I probably wouldn't be busting something. So it's a bit like Madonna. You see Madonna now, they're like, where the hell are you going?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to sit down and stop skinning at yourself back the place.
But now, though, older people, the older you get, it's not like 40-year-olds when I was little is not like 40-year-olds now.
Yeah.
30-year-olds when I was younger, not like 30-year-olds now. 40-year-olds when I was younger, dressed like my nan. Now, 40-year-olds now, they don't look like that. They look better than me and younger people. Like, even though you can't wear certain things when you get older, it's funny because there's certain things Tricia can wear. I can't wear that, and she's older than me. I can't wear them, but she can wear them. I couldn't. It's not gonna look nice on me. I'm gonna look like mutton dressed as lamb, where she's gonna put it off. She's got the butt. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like, whereas the age thing, I'm not sure anymore. I think obviously there is definitely probably a certain threshold, but I think it's much older than it used to be. Because the older you get, a lot of people are looking after themselves. They're still young. There's still a lot of people young at heart, young in spirit, looking after their bodies. And black don't crack. So you can get away with it for...
But it crinkles.
Black don't crack, but some black
jokes today. Quincy's taken over from you.
I'm a team player.
As I said, I think you wear what you feel comfortable. As you said, now you wear what you feel comfortable in. Obviously, she felt comfortable in it. Her man felt. Hopefully, he felt comfortable with her wearing it, so they moved from there. But I do think, to be honest with you, in a relationship, it's meant to be a team, and he was like, let me again, he was like a Liverpool player at the moment.
Wow.
Wow.
You lot and your bloody I can't.
Right, keep talking. So I'll give him that one.
He said, "Wow."
Can you not see this now? This what I'm sharing on the screen?
I can't. I can see it, but I can't see it. I can't read it.
You can't read it now?
No.
It's thing.
No one can read it.
It's a bit thing weird. I can't really see. 1 second.
There's definitely clear advantages to StreamYard, but there's also clear advantages to Zoom, and not lie.
Yeah.
So I can read some of it now. It says, Mr. Watson said, John Watson said, it's a marketing pure and simple. She stays relevant and he's still playing football, even though he's a beep quarterback. Which is what makes sense. Tazimu said, it's a lovely outfit, but for the partner only to see. Would not wear it out. No way. Stephen Moses, money can't buy you class. I kind of disagree with that. I think it does look quite class. It doesn't look underclassy. Johnny Smith, that's bedroom outfit. I wouldn't want to put with my woman wearing that outfit. She could look a bit more classy.
That's not no bedroom outfit. That shit's too long. Imagine trying to wear that in the bedroom.
Thank you.
That outfit is to walk into the bedroom. That's it. Walk into the
bedroom and take that shit off.
Yeah.
You mean? Wind that up. You mean do the little dance first?
It's got Garry brave today, boy. Listen.
At least there'll be no stains in the dress. Hey.
Go on, Bill.
Oh, let's check in with our folks. Asia's watching, Sway Biari's watching, Mike Shaw's watching, TLC Taffy's watching, Emma, Jackie Hilton, Jenny Sunshine Sterling, Fidel Campbell's watching, and a few others that I can't see. Good evening to you. Okay. Let's see what else. No, Bravado Massive said. Jackie B said she's doing too much. Those kind of outfits are for your man's eyes only. So Lisa C went on to say it's a dress theme for that party. Many were dressed similarly and even worse. No idea why people like to make up stories or spread utter nonsense about someone they don't actually know or the real reason behind the outfit. The explanation above with the post, it's too silly to repeat, yet people believe it and repeat. The woman is out with her husband who is proud to be by her side. End of story. Why are people so affected by what another man's wife wore because she's a woman? Please. Thoughts on that comment?
I do think if he ain't got a problem with it, no one else needs to have a problem with it.
Can I be honest? I did say that I thought that when I saw the outfit, when I saw the outfit, I thought that, her and her husband must be broke up. That's the first thing I thought. And that's the fuck you outfit. Do you know what I mean? But then I realized it was a theme party and he was there with her and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Going back to something that Emma said, I've worn outfits pretty similar a good 20, 25 years ago. So I can't talk. And this is when these kind of topics come up, it makes me realize, you're getting old. And not only are you getting old, you're getting conservative. Because who are you to clutch your pearls when you used to run about the same way when you was younger? So, yeah, it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah.
Quinard Aline said, the relationship that's meant to be so inspiring, you guys have got no backbone. I would tell my wife, yo, take off that bomber and go and put on some clothes.
You see that comment, take off that bomber and put on some clothes. But I guarantee that person would look at another woman like that.
Yeah, but would he wife her? He wouldn't wife her, though.
Yes, he would. Lilac carpet.
Yeah.
if not like carpet, I can't with you people.
Yeah, but it's the same like when men are like, I don't like women that wear weave or fake hair. I don't like women with fake boobs. I don't like women with... When you go on Instagram, that's all they're liking.
Yeah.
BBL blow-up dolls with the Rapunzel wigs.
Any man who says that, I don't like weaving all that kind of stuff, mate.
I like my women natural and ugly and all that shit.
But make one of them girls put it on them. You're not gonna say, "Oh,
no." But I think sometimes guys say that so that their women go out as plain as possible, not to attract the attention that they're giving those women that they know those women get. That's what I think.
Facebook. Oh, Fidel says, watch how many yardies are going to force their 34-stone selves into a similar outfit.
That's when I get like, I'm not a small girl. Yeah. So I know myself, right? I know myself. I know what I can get away with right now. And I know what I absolutely the fuck cannot. And so I've never cared what people wore. But what used to really offend me is when people didn't dress for their size. But even that now, over the last few years, I don't give a fuck. If they are genuinely out there and they're wearing something and it's not necessarily flattering to them, but they're having fun, do your thing. If you're comfortable, if you're genuinely comfortable, do your thing. I personally don't like to go out with rolls, all like rolling and rolls, and I don't like it. But if you are comfortable with that and you're confident in your body and you don't give a fuck, I actually salute that a little bit. I admire that.
When you look at people like Lizzo, she looks amazing. I can't knock her. And she dresses in some out there outfit, but she looks good.
Yeah.
I think so. Part of it's about the confidence, though, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely.
And it's actually not about no one. It's about how you feel.
Yeah.
And if you can go around and you feel good no matter what anyone thinks, I think I like them people. Like I aspire to that, to be a bit more like that and not give a fuck.
Yeah. What's the difference between a person who dresses like that and is proud of themselves and a crackhead who looks like they don't give a fuck either?
You just answered your own question. They're a crackhead. The crack.
The crack is the main missing component.
I know the crack.
A crackhead is not going to be, you know what I mean?
I mean, there's some crackheads in Canning Town. Let's face it, Quinn. We know it. And they don't wear the right makeup. They wear mad shit. They're walking down the street talking to themselves and they look batshit crazy. And we know it. And we know that that's not a look. I don't give a fuck how confident you are. It's because it's mental health. That's a different thing.
It's not mental health, is it? It's crackhead health.
Crackhead health. So that's a different story to a person like Lizzo that just wears what they want because they're not gonna go by the standards that society gives them. They're gonna wear what the fuck they want and they're not gonna care and they're gonna love themselves anyway. And then you've got the crackheads that are just can't see what they're wearing.
They don't care what they're they're pulling their clothes for the crack.
Listen, go on Barking Road, man. You're gonna see
they pull their clothes for the crack. I can't. Oh dear. All right. So I'm playing around with this because I'm starting to figure out how to use it, and I've had to. You can't upload a file that's more than 50 megabytes. Blah blah blah. So you have to bear with me, guys, whilst I try this thing.
Sometimes, Trish, we spend about 1,000 weeks debating what we're wearing to go out, and we're so hard on ourselves, and we have a million meltdowns, and all of that, what we're going to wear and whatever, and we panicking, and sometimes we don't even like what we're wearing, how our makeup's done, or nothing, and we go to the rave miserable. Then you'll see that woman who's about 74 stone, wearing that tight thingy dress, having the time of her life, and you actually start looking at her thinking, you look good. Even though, like in a thingy world, you might not think that's not proportionate. And we're here worrying. People just don't do them. Even if you don't think it looks nice, or even if you don't think thingy. And I think that's where I'm aspiring to get to.
Quincy, have you ever done that?
Say again?
Have you ever done that? Like gone to a rave and worried about what you're wearing?
different for men.
I'm just curious because I'm just thinking I've never had that issue. Like,
now for us as men, no.
Only thing we worry about is the hair. If your hair ain't cut, we ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Right.
My locks will be a certain style. I'm very conscious about my locks and how I rock them. I do think about what I'm going to wear on stage though, but not to the point. Like I said, it's going to be funny, isn't it? But, yeah, I don't really think about it.
But have you guys ever been to the point where you not really like how you're looking when you're going somewhere and it pisses you off, like it ruins your mood a little bit?
That's only no, not how I look weight wise. How the clothes hasn't dropped, and this is where sometimes some people go they go wrong. They buy the outfit which they see on the mannequin, and it's like, you're not the mannequin, mate. You know what I mean? So for me, it would only be weight wise. I'm pissed off with my weight and my size and the look I want. Like you said, you know your limits, innit? I can't wear that fitted shirt because it's gonna look like the shaw's coming in.
All right, moving on. I don't care, says Jenna. I still want to know if she's really got a dick. Did that hermaphrodite talk ever get resolved?
Wow.
Yeah, our group members have got no behavior. That's how they behave. She's doing too much. You're married with kids. If that's the way you choose to be relevant in this industry, then the industry has moved past you. Grow up. Hell to the no. I feel like people should mind their own business when it comes to other people's relationships.
That's what I think.
No. If you put it out there online, you've got a right to comment.
Yeah, you can comment, but it doesn't make it gospel. That's what some people don't realize. I think you can comment. I have opinions. Tricia has opinions. We all have opinions, but it doesn't make it gospel. Like, if so, to say she well that, and some people are like, she's a disgrace.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far. I quite like Sierra as a whole, as a package, as a person. I quite like Sierra. Other than her dating Future, which I just didn't get.
I didn't get
it. Right. I'm going to change Future to be my. Other than that, she seems quite sensible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on, what's happening here? Oh, it's processing. Anyway, I'm gonna, because I'm figuring this out as we're doing this.
Cheryl Cummins has said, if my hubby isn't happy with this outfit, he won't go. I have left him at home enough times. So Cheryl said, if her husband ain't happy with the outfit, he ain't going. Stay your ass at home, bitch.
Don't I know Cheryl, she talking Laura, so shite. I know her husband as well, yeah? She's changing the outfit, she's changing it. You want the outfit hat? I'll change it. Put on the top here for me.
It's Cheryl Bajan then, yeah?
Bajan. I was okay. Yeah. You want me to wear this non-top? This is the act top.
Emma Bruce said, how is she a disgrace? That's quite harsh. It is harsh.
Right. If he isn't happy with his outfit, he's not going. Quincy, please, she says. Anyway, so okay. I'm trying to figure this out as we go. So this Garry. Do you want to give us a backstory to this?
Yeah, okay. So a young lady I work with, I think she's actually watching online, so I won't call her name to embarrass her. A young lady I work with was asked, he's been dating, she's been going on various dating sites, and she met a gentleman and have had a 2-month relationship, and she was telling me how amazing he was and what all the stuff he's done for her for Valentine's, and how this, that, and the other, how the relationship's going so well. After, the usual thing, couple of weeks, she starts moaning about certain things. So she said that he uses her name when he texts her. he puts her name at every single text. So it'd be like, hi, blah, blah, blah. Goodbye, blah, 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 in the text. So,
so, all right, we're going to read it. Don't tell the whole scenario. We'll read it. So she says, hey, No Bravado crew, big up, new fan and loving the work. Garry let me listen to your podcast and he said this dilemma would be good. Garry disagrees with me on this one. He's away playing devil's advocate and I need you guys to set him straight. Okay, let me start. My boyfriend is 38 and myself 34. We've been together for 2 months. It's early days, I know. He's amazing. He's an amazing boyfriend, always so caring and so kind and always very thoughtful. I've got more dating experience than he has and I'm a lot more outgoing and he doesn't mind. He only had one other sexual partner other than myself in the past 10 to 12 years. When he told me this, I thought, meh, it's not a problem, but I can see why now. Socially, he's awkward. He still lives at home. Valentine's Day was the best. Breakfast, spa, lavish meal in West. He even did the rose petals and got a bath when we got home. So romantic. However, he's been giving me odd vibes. Every time he sends me a text, he says my name. Okay, I went back through our chat and he said my name 202 times over the space of 90 days. You don't need to be doing that. It makes me uncomfortable. I've brought this up before and he just says he likes my name. So I've asked him to change it up a bit, like babe, hun, sexy, you know. I just feel it stands out because it's weird to always address someone you're romantically involved with by their first name. He came up with the name Lily because I said I like the flower. Last night, I wanted to change things up. Instead of saying good night, bae, I said good night, peanut head, love heart, kisses, laughing out loud. The next day, he messages me, good morning, my name, X. Please, next time, don't call me names as I don't want name calling in our relationship. I don't like to be called names. I don't think it's fun. Hope you have a lovely day.
He's a psychopath.
Now, she says, don't you think that's a bit OTT?
Yes.
I knew it bothered him, so decided to call him after work. Bad idea. He went on to say it's insulting and a dig and that he does not expect those types of name calling in the relationship. He went on to say it's not acceptable and it's a form of bullying and he does not like to be called peanut head. I became very upset and it resulted in a back and forth heated discussion with me explaining to him that it wasn't my intention, but I will respect him. But I'm more concerned as to why he took this as an insult. He's bald and has been since he was 18. He always says he feels secure about it. You're out of order. You know I'm out of order, you know, I swear. He always says he feels secure about it. So I wasn't making a joke to insult him. I was upset that he was mentioning that jokes like this can lead to more name calling and a toxic relationship. He says he does not like name calling and he thinks it will develop into future arguments and I might start doing it around friends and family. I apologized and reassured him that I like his bald head. He went on to say that if we have children, he does not want that kind of language around them as he's never heard his mum and dad talk this way. I'm really upset about this and I need your advice. Did I overstep things or is he just super sensitive? Oh yeah, I tried to explain that if he can't take personal jokes about his appearance and we should not joke about each other's period. Like he likes to make jokes about me sometimes and he says it was a joke. He says it was a joke, but my joke was more of an insult to his appearance. I think he may be autistic. His younger brother is severely autistic. Thank you in advance.
Okay, please can I?
Go for it.
The fuck? Come on. But I think balance is everything, and he definitely overreacted with this. So it's either one of two things. I'm not a professional to say that he's autistic, but there's definitely, like, you took that wrong. And I think peanut head is one of the most endearing insults you could ever have. He didn't call you a dickhead or anything like that. So I'm not sure. Like, peanut head is actually quite cute. So I don't know if there is some kind of autism where they take everything literally and he's taking it as a natural insult. Or as well, go and heal, my nigga. Like, if there's trauma there, don't lead onto this girl because she actually didn't do anything. She didn't do nothing wrong. His reply was, I think it was unfair, especially if he's called her name, like little cute, jokey names. When it's happened to you, it's like she was blindsided, I think. She's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just a bit, it's too intense. Like, so he already feels it would freak me out. He just feels really intense, like, and uptight. So that alone, it doesn't take a lot to turn us off, but that is a big turn off. Calm down. No.
Sorry.
His reply was a bit intense, says a comment in the group. But hey, we can brush this under. We all have our trauma and no one is perfect. Personally, his response would kind of freak me out a little.
Yeah.
All right. Quincy, Garry, what do you not think?
You know what, Quincy? This is what I get upset with women as a whole, yeah? When women say to you, communication is the key, yeah? And you tell them how you feel, they want to use it against you. Like you're the fuck.
But Garry, that's normal. No, genuinely, you can communicate things. I love a guy. I don't like emotionally unavailable men, so communicate. But do you lot genuinely think that's normal?
I think he sent the text and said, "Don't call me." It was quite a thing.
Don't call me Peter.
I don't think how's that reasonable? How is that unreasonable?
But what he went into, I just think
no, because this is the thing I would say, and for women as a whole, yeah, and this is quite frustrating for me as a guy. If you ask me something, if I say something like "Don't do that," yeah, and then you ask me why. And I tell you why and go into detail, and then you're vexed with me that I've gone into detail. What the hell? Don't ask.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But it's the detail that's disturbing.
Yeah, but you asked for the detail. You phoned me. You remember, he sent the text. She phoned him. She said she phoned him. And that, okay, babes, I won't call you peanut. Argument done.
But everything that he said would be crying in the, like, if you're intense, am I going to be are you a person now that we have to tiptoe around?
She actually started this, yeah, because when I was listening to the story, I was like, she was praising this guy, and he was delivering everything that she expected from a man, and she still found fault in the fact that he was texting her name. And like, so you're looking for fault. Yeah, that's your name. He's texting your name, and you still wasn't happy, right? So she's decided to take the mantra off him and change it up herself and call him Peanut Head. Right now, his response. This is why it's probably good. I'd be interested to know if they argued or if they went back and forth via text, because sometimes when you write stuff on text, you can't tell a person's emotion by messages. So if that was a conversation, she can hear the tone and the delivery. That's a red flag for me. How he reacted, I'd be interested to know if it was by a message or verbally. She heard it, but ultimately, I don't know why you would pick up on someone just calling your name.
But it's called like an ick. I think that's an ick. So have you ever dated someone and you're like, you know what, bro, she's a 10, but I hate the way she chews her food. I can't take it. I can't stand it. It annoys me. You've never done nothing like that. Or she's a 10, but I hate the way she says, she can't say her R's. She sounds like Jonathan Ross. Like, there's so many little things.
I'm going to weigh up the icks. If she just snores or she eats funny.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, I'm going to bypass that.
No.
Can't hear you story. If I'm sleeping, you got to come out my yard. You've got to sleep in a different room. I can't do that shit.
No, that means no, Garry. That means you've done your job, son. Yeah, you've done your job. That's why she's snoring.
Good, and I could go in another room and get some sleep. I don't hit no one in the bed.
What, do you not snore?
I got to check they're not dying. 2 seconds.
No, I think if someone was
I snore. I don't
time,
give a damn.
I'm not a formal person at all. So maybe she's not a formal person like that. So if I'm talking to a guy and it just seems so, we're going through all of this. So like she's saying, he does this, they're very romantic, but he still talks to her very formal. You're going to think, what the fuck is wrong with this brother? Why does he talk to me like that? You're going to think that. It might not be something big enough for you to bring up to him. Like, I don't think it would be something I'd bring up to him. It might be something I say to the girls, like, it's so weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's always going to be something, but that wouldn't be a major issue for me, the name thing. But I understand when you do, women and men have their little icks. You know what? He's perfect, but
It's a bit weird though. That is a bit weird though. Even though I didn't say that to her, but it is a weird. If I'm dating Tricia and every time I tell you a text, morning Tricia, bye Tricia.
I'd be like, oh, what did this brother?
Even my friends, you think if my friends message me, hello Natalie, I'm like, oh the fuck, what's happened? Why are you calling me by my long ass name? Like you automatically think, what is it? Like when someone calls you by your full, like your first name.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, Natalie. I hope you had a nice day. It's a bit robotic. It's just.
He might have Asperger's.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
I
I can't pronounce this lady's name. Chanel. Is it Chanel?
Chanel.
Okay,
Chanel.
Brian said that no, that's not looking for fault. It's an ick, yes. He seems very regimented. Mum and dad don't do that. This man still lives at home. Why are you talking?
You're still looking at what you're, and I mean, we all go from life experiences. But I just think, I don't know. Again, for me, because of the type of person that I am, and I like to make fun of you, and I like you to make fun of me, that would absolutely kill my vibe. So I think it just depends. It's love languages as well. They're still learning each other. It's 2 months. So this is a lesson that you've both learned about each other. Whether you lot can carry on now, going forward, that's on them two.
Do you know one of the things and the thing when they took and I don't know because girls, I know girls have lots of codes and I've got to work them out. So I'm assuming when she means he's only had one relationship in a certain amount of time, then she's had a lot more. Is she's a bit more experienced physically than him? So that's an issue as well for her. It sounds like that.
Nah, because she said yeah, but
yeah, that's the issue.
Deals. But what she went on to say was, she can see why he's only had such few relationships.
Yeah,
that's regimented. If that makes sense. This response was very blunt, but leaves no room. This was said by B. Thomas. This response was very blunt, leaves no room for any misunderstanding. For whatever reason, he doesn't like name calling, and I have to respect that. And I do kind of get where he's coming from, as I recently experienced that in a group chat. Name calling where it gets personal is unnecessary, but at the end of the day, everyone is different and reacts differently, so I would have to respect their choice.
Absolutely. I think respect their choice. I think what it is as well is the way he come at her. I think she sounds like she feels very sideswiped, because it sounds like she thinks, what did I do? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't, like, she feels like he came at her for it, and it was not that
and
deep.
Moving forward, she should address that, because what's moving forward, that's set the tone of the relationship. So in the back of her mind, she's thinking, how do I talk to this brother? And you can't go into something thinking, I'm walking on eggshells. I need
that part.
Yeah,
absolutely.
My point is the same thing, though. If she had just left it, we wouldn't be in a situation.
Yeah, that's right.
But then she would have still had him saying, good evening, blah, blah. Good morning, blah, blah. Good afternoon, blah, blah. No, 202 times he's called her name in 90 days.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask her now, why did you count? That's very intense.
Someone
said
that.
You know what I mean? She was happy and she was looking for fault.
We do that sometimes. We do that. But that is off-putting. I'm not going to lie. Something like that that he did, it sounds stupid, but that would be a deal breaker for me. I ain't got time to be treading on eggshells. It's not that if I felt like if when I feel like I'm in the wrong, I'm in the wrong. Fair enough, but it's too intense. So if you're intense about that, what on earth are you intense about that? It's only been 2 months, so you still don't really know each other. What on earth? What else are we gonna unhand? Because I'm gonna
see when it's gone into kids
yeah,
and toxic relationship, and my mum and dad can't. So, all right. So at first, my mum, when I spoke to my mum about this, she was like, "She's in the wrong. Why is she calling the man names?" And then when I read the whole scenario, she was like, in a Bayesian accent,
The black idiot.
He can fuck. Yeah, he's an idiot. Tell him to fuck off.
The black idiot.
Yeah, she was like, he's an idiot. And I sit on the fence with this because I wonder if I'm on the spectrum sometimes, because I take things quite literally. Things are very black and white for me. So it's either
that's because you're Taurian.
Well, yeah,
and that's what I'm Taurian as well.
It is or it isn't. Do you know what I mean? You're either calling me a peanut head, because a peanut head is not into, like, I don't know, I've shaved off all my hair. So if someone said to me, peanut head, I don't know how I would take it. So I sat on the fence with it.
Yeah, it could be it depends what kind of peanut she's referring to. Because if you had a shape like a monkey nut.
Go away.
Cashew,
yeah, that's it. He just sounds like a lot. He sounds like a lot, and at the end of the day, I'm going to call you names, even if I make a pact with myself not to. It's gonna keep happening. I just think I couldn't. For me, it's too intense. It's just too intense, and I like laid back people. So all the regimented bit about him as well, that already sounds like a lot for me. Before that, and that was just the icing.
Yeah. Okay.
Listen, she got a free meal and she got to go west for Valentine's and petals.
Yeah, but
hopefully she don't get PV.
No one really wants to give away their pum-pum for Valentine's petals.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she's looking for a relationship. We can sprinkle some petals back ourselves now.
Yeah. Who wants to fucking date Major Pain? Nobody.
I don't know, because I can take a joke. When you lot are ready to run me, I take it.
I can say to Tricia, bitch, behave.
Yeah, but you're girls though. You're you know what I mean, used to like a tight, so you can call each other out because you're comfortable with each other's skin.
I know, but I've dated people and called them hoes and all sorts. That's what I mean. Like, I've got no behaviour, and I'm cool. But I don't mind if we do it to each other. Like, I don't mind that relaxed banter, but that kind. I know you got to have boundaries in all sorts, but I think sometimes there's an unspoken word, an unspoken boundary, and stuff like that. But if I called him a raggedy ass bitch for a joke and he didn't like it, I'd understand. Not everyone can take that humour to that level, like how I can take it. So that's fine. But not peanut head. Get your life. I'm sorry. Not peanut head. Not fucking peanut head. I'm not accepting that. I'd like get out of here, blood. Forget it, peanut head. We're done.
So our crew was split. So let's have a look and see what they said. So it's really small. Jeez Louise.
It's like an eye test.
Oh, I can.
Okay, Specsavers.
So it said, Shireen Barrow said, because he doesn't like to be called Peanut Head, he's autistic? ? Please make it make sense. In the spirit of reflection, start with self. Why would you think it's okay to call him Peanut Head? What is happening inside of you to think that would be funny? Secondly, he may have previous traumas around being called names, and to him, it was not funny and may have found the joke in poor taste.
No, I think all his other things that he does makes her think that he's a little bit autistic. And I see people and the way they talk sometimes, and I think, are you a little bit like spectrumish, or are you? Do you know what I mean?
Spectrumish, you know.
No, I can't with that, Garry.
I love it.
Not even
I'm choking on my drink.
Not even on the spectrum, you know, spectrumist. You know?
Just make up their words.
Yeah.
But you can look at someone sometimes and think, and there's nothing wrong with it. I've got a couple of good friends who are autistic. Two males.
You just said, Natalie.
Go on.
I got some black mates.
I know. I think people see it as like
black mates.
But I think people see it as if you say someone's autistic, how can you thingy them like that? Sometimes you can tell, especially if you're around that person a lot and you think, oh, I think you're a little bit.
No. He deliver it different. He's like, you all right? A big man. Yeah.
I've got a friend, he delivers things just like that. And I used to think, what happened to this youth? Like, one day I'm going to smack him, right? And I remember once we was having a really deep conversation after a shoot. And he's like, yeah, because I'm autistic, innit? So blah, 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 just talking normal. And in my head, I was like, okay. Because he's such a nice person, but his delivery sometimes, he's so blunt with things. He's so straight to the point. Everything's so black and white sometimes. And it's just like, I never used to understand where he was coming from. I was like, he's a nice guy, but he's a bit of a dick. But he wasn't. He wasn't a bit of a dick, and he didn't mean anything by it. He's just literally telling you what's on his mind. And then he said he was autistic. So I think, especially if his brother's severely autistic and she's in this intense relationship, I'm telling you, she can.
Yeah, and as she's supposed to know that calling him peanut is offensive. You know what I mean? It's like she's been dating the guy literally 5 minutes. So,
but you say he's bald, like, so you could have picked something else. I did pick that up. She could have
called him 8 ball.
Yeah, she could have called him pumpkin or something. I don't know.
Well,
if they were making love and that night at the Pebbles or Pebbles, she called him peanut. Imagine they're proper going at it, yeah? They're proper going at it. And she's about to fucking release. Yeah. And all of a sudden she goes, oh my God, my peanut. Is he going to stop?
He might. He sounds like he might.
If he stops, then I will say the words for you. He's a spectrumist.
Listen, this nigga looks like he'll put you on.
Any man that stops halfway through is a fucking spectrumist.
Oi, he sounds like he'd put her on timeout.
Yeah. Sit on the step. First
Go
one.
sit over there and think about what you've done. I've told you already. Don't call me.
And he's like this. Don't call me that.
We're gonna get
I can imagine all the phones is like, why are you calling that for? You're not being that.
Yeah, it's just time. It's like he grounds you and he makes you think about what you've done and he makes you write lines on the board when you've offended him. And we're just not doing that.
Yeah.
I think get out. It's gonna get worse.
People in the comments can't breathe, y'all.
You know, I reckon that's it. I reckon your mate, she's dating a spectrumist.
She's dating fucking.
Does he talk like that? Does he talk like that? Morning flowers and you flowers.
Quincy!
You're gonna get us.
I like to know your name.
You're gonna get level 1 locked off for life, yeah?
We're gonna get banned. They're already on us. Red flags everywhere on No Bravado.
Quincy's gonna get us locked down and still do his show every morning.
Every week on his QLC radio show.
Don't try it.
Can't breathe. Hang on. So Amber says, but wait. Is that enough reason to leave someone though?
For me, after only 2 months and you're doing all of that, and just because of the type of person I am, we're going to clash. Yeah. It's not going to work. I know it's not going to work.
What about the positive?
You're upset about that. You don't know what I've got in my locker.
What's the positive? Look at the positive things he's done.
He took her to West End. He put petals in the bath and he did
Stop
something for Valentine's Day.
And when it be that he put petals in the bath and he had hay fever as well, and he's sneezing always. I love you.
Like
I'm
that's
going to bed.
I'm sorry.
Oh dear. Hang on. So who says this? The lady whose name is Chanel. We're going to just call you Chanel. She says, hang on. It's not an excuse to leave someone, but after 2 months, nah, bruv. So what about big head?
Big head, he'd have an angina attack.
Yeah. Would be funny, yeah. That who said that? Who said that?
Chanel, I believe her name is.
Chanel.
I would leave because it's so early on in there, and I can see the red flags. And again, because of my personality, I know it wouldn't work. If that upset you and you move so rigid, I'd feel stifled. I wouldn't like that. So I would, after it's only 2 months, I wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah,
that's just me personally.
I was dating a girl one time, and because I bantered and I messed around and chat, she took everything literally. So she'd be like, "What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?" But when you said, and it got to the point, and I was explaining, and I got to about 5 minutes, I was like, "Oh, fuck off! I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more." Oh, fuck off! I can't take it. I can't take it.
It's exhausting. If you're that type of person, that's what I mean. It's exhausting. So Amma Bruce said, so what kind of flaws can we accept for relationships? We all have toxic traits. That exactly, but you know what you can take and can't take. I don't think there's anything specific, but I know something like that would put me off, whereas certain things that might put other people off in someone wouldn't put me off. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So because I am a banterist, and I definitely like to banter with my partner, and I like a relaxed person, and I like thinking, it would not work. He'd end up knocking my block off.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't work. I know it wouldn't work. And I know that I'd be treading on eggshells, and I'm just like,
Because you're going to get a whole lecture.
You're going to get a whole lecture every time. And for me, I'd just be like, no. Whereas it might not be a thingy for someone else.
That might be sleeping with the enemy too.
Yeah. Arrange all of the cans in the thing straight, and if you move one can out of place, it's worries and problems.
Yeah.
Like
Fatal attraction, Clarice.
He's made his boundaries clear. He said what he's had to say, and then it's up to you to decide whether you want to fuck with that or not. So if she does, then she does. But if you don't want to, then you don't want to.
Good luck and work tomorrow, Garry.
I'm off for a week.
Mike Shaw says, whatever flaws we're going to accept, at least get through the honeymoon stages. Jeez.
Yeah,
I mean, well, all right. So our crew said, what did they say? So Shireen laid it out. Emma said the autistic part was the first thing I thought too. And then Garry, you came and said, I don't think she's saying he's on the spectrum because of the peanut head comment. I think she's saying it because he has put her name in every text at the beginning and the end. That is strange. Not really sure why that would cause a spectrum diagnosis as opposed to OCD. Anyway, we're splitting hairs. Luther says, respect his views, apologize, and don't do it again. You were at fault. Maybe he's oversensitive, but respect his feelings.
Oh my God.
Luther's alias name is Ike Turner. Fuck's sake, man. Shit. He put the proper respect in capitals, you know. And
you're at fault. Respect his apologies. Fuck your feelings.
Yeah. LMA. If you die, I'll kill it. LMA.
Amber said, that's how he loves. Can you handle that? Does he do everything else the way you need it to make you feel loved? If so, let this one go, sis. Respect it.
Emma, I look forward to seeing you in Sister Space.
But that's not what you were saying when you first started talking about this, Quince. Irina Gingerbread said, "Run, girl." And it's not about calling names. It's about he's just playing sweet for now. But I'm sure he has a story. If you teach him how you like it, I'm not telling him you some kind of strict rules. But yeah, just cut it. You shouldn't feel awkward. Both should be on the same page and wave.
And this is the thing. I don't think what everyone doesn't realize what we're saying is, or what I'm saying is, it's not about he said that. I'm looking into what he said and in depth into what he said and the other things, and I can just see other issues arising. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
people mum and dad into the argument. That's some psycho freaking mother.
I'll tell you one thing. She told me, which did make me laugh, and it's not relevant to me, but she said it was relevant. Because he's only had one sexual partner, and when they were talking about oral sex, he said he doesn't want her to give him oral sex because he does think it's uncomfortable, so he doesn't do those things.
Yeah, he's spectrumist.
Again.
And one partner. If you live with your mum and dad, yeah, I can understand. And you probably don't want the oral sex because mum and dad are downstairs, and he makes a lot of noise.
I was going to say it's because they're always in.
They're always in. and she probably comes around EastEnders, Coronation Street, so he's got an hour that he can't do fuck all. Got to stand and look at him.
He just sounds boring. So if she's not
He
boring,
sounds dead, man. Fuck me.
He sounds like dead food. So if she's quite a thingy person, it's just gonna it's not gonna be fun for her. Who says they don't want head? Like, wow. But I mean, everyone's different. So you just got to find someone who doesn't like giving head, and who likes to be, who just is on the same wave. He needs someone on the same wave. If she's not on the same wave as him, she needs to cut and run.
But what girl, is it when she called him peanut head? What head was she talking about?
I don't know, kids.
Oh, good night.
But listen,
She might be cooking like that, peanut.
She's saying, I think he's saying, doesn't want to do oral sex because if she does it to him, he has to do it to her, and he doesn't want to do that. It's all that whole kind of stuff.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, he's a yardie. He's a yardie.
Gotta go.
What was that?
He's a yardie.
He wants her to do it to him, but she
No.
won't do it.
He probably doesn't want her to do it to him because then he would have to do it to her.
And he doesn't want to.
Doesn't want to.
That nigga's gotta go. He serves absolutely no purpose at this point.
What's that song? Hey, hey.
The food just got deader. No.
The food just got deader, you know.
Get rid of it.
I tell him for her.
No.
In the accent. You mean I'm fucking a kitty cat? Man, I said a kitty cat. You gotta be right. You gotta be kidding.
You got to be on here ugly laughing. You know them ugly laughs when you can't even control it. Stop it. Mike
But
says
he's like the gift that keeps on giving. Like Garry
he's 38.
in little gifts of his behavior, and the more we hear, the more I'm like, run, rabbit, run.
Yeah, all due respect to your mate, but I think she had sex missionary.
Oh, was it now?
Pretty much she put it like that. And if they did change position, he asked her first and called her name.
That's another thing. Doesn't say her name during sex, her full name.
Mother. You mind if I put you on the other side, mother?
oh, Quincy, you're bad.
No, stay there, don't move.
All right, so Nikki said he's obviously triggered about his bald head, and using the term peanut head has brought up past traumas. You should make him feel reassured that it was a joke and be careful around the subject. He seems to make himself clear around the subject. So if you're If you are otherwise happy, you may just need to respect his point of view. But if there are other things that are throwing up red flags, then you need to do some serious thinking.
Yeah.
Kanika Palmer said, you unintentionally hit a very raw nerve, or wound rather, and for that, you was right to apologize. His views on pet names is clearly the reason why he calls you only by your name. The question is he providing you with the love that you need? Is his request something that you're able to execute and stick with? If the answer is no, or you're not sure, then maybe this isn't for you. I've had a similar situation and the guy was great. However, the truth was I loved the stuff he'd done, i.e. gifts, trips, romance, but I did not like his personality. He had to go.
After you got the trips and the gifts and
Listen, let me tell you something, right? Let you into a little secret. There was a guy that was interested in me quite a while ago, and I hadn't taken any interest in anyone since I had split up from my relationship. So I was like, okay, and I was telling Tricia, I'd even agreed to go on a date, didn't I? Mr. Uptight, very nice to look at, very well to do. Seemed to be on the same level spiritually, like the same thing, same interests. So I was like, okay, might consider it. This guy's had all the girls after him. Whenever he posts anything, so that was like, So why is he single? He's a raving, uptight lunatic. He didn't even make it to the date. I was like, no. What we're not going to do is this. I was able to see from early on that it was not going to work. After I saw his posts online and him arguing with different people and posting different things, and I thought, you're actually a lunatic.
But that might be different with you though, because you could have given him a different energy.
I don't want to.
How? Pray tell, how?
So him arguing with different people online, that might be his personality, but all it takes is one person.
He argued with her online.
He argued with you.
You came to find yourself on my page, to my page, and then found yourself in my groups to argue with me.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Move on.
Anytime I posted anything, he would then do a sub post.
Okay, yeah, all right, fair enough.
But that's because he looked at you and he's trying to entertain you, thinking, I'm intelligent, I can have a conversation, I can do things. That whole thing. Some people overreact, overplay things.
Do you know what, Nat? Did you ever ask him, what did you like about me?
No, I cut it off. I ain't got time.
No, because I'm interested to know, like, if he can find him arguments and pick arguments with you, obviously he's asked you out.
It was like
what did he like about you?
But no, because it was like he was trying to control me before we'd even gone on a first date. Like we were together. We didn't even talk like that. Anyone that knows me knows I do not go into anything like that. I was very reserved. I never gave him any inkling. I was like, okay, I'm sure we can meet up at some point. We can go on a date, whatever. We were first talking about business. It was supposed to be business. But then he would get upset about things and he would be trying to be controlling. And it was like he was trying to establish himself as that person, if that makes sense. We don't even speak on the phone like that. It's not that. So if you're like that now, so that's why I was like, this is why this person is extremely good looking guy, very well to do. We look very well together, but you are single as a motherfucking Pringle because you're a lunatic. Do you know what I mean? Like the red flag was flagging like Japan, red as fuck. Ruby woo, red. So it happened so for me, I've been in that situation where I said, I'm not even going on the date. I'm not even going to get into it because if you're doing it, it was like controlling weird things. It was really strange. And then Trisha's like, I don't like this brother. I don't like him. He's a psycho. And I was like, no, he's a psycho.
Who posted that big man hitting 40 in Diane food?
Chanel Bryan.
Having the food today.
Yeah, man, we're not having all
of it. The food, mate. Come and Tuesday, man. It's cost of living, mate. You got to eat what's put in front of you.
Finish your plate. Finish your plate.
Finish your plate.
And then imagine if you have a child with that person,
Okay.
how uptight they are. You're going to be able to bring up a child cohesively with that person in a way where you both agree on things, or they're going to be like, my child this or my child can't do that. I think about everything, and I think,
This is why women survive longer than men, you know, because a man will think that and think, you know what, this woman's fucking crazy, you know, fucking winds me up. Just gonna give it one touch. I was gonna get her one touch still. Let me see if I can smash it out of her. Next thing you know, you're in hospital with a knife in your back. Because you wanted to give it a one touch. You wanted to give her self-medication. A woman, at least she's on the flags.
I've got a good friend of mine. It's good few years ago. Her brother, his girlfriend at the time thought he was sleeping with someone else who wasn't, but just for him. In the middle of the street, she stabbed him in his chest with a screwdriver.
Oh.
He got out of hospital. The family was having a go at him, and he ended up back with her.
What?
That's Stockholm syndrome.
That's crazy. Nah.
Ain't got no
Good
sense.
night.
Same thing you said, Pitch. That's why they last longer than us.
And he's sitting there like this. It's all right. It's all right.
In his chest.
that's mad.
In his chest.
In his sleep.
Well, he survived. So she can't be that strong.
No, went into his chest. Had to go to hospital. Had operation and everything.
Yeah, but come on now.
Did she not get arrested? Why is he going back to her? Why is she out of jail? Not in prison.
That part.
And that's of a fault. She fought. Imagine if he did. Oh my days.
Yeah.
Have you seen that film Buried Alive?
He wants to.
Again?
She would have buried him alive.
I used to do a radio show, Quincy Old Station Climax. So there was a girl who was on before me, and she her and another guy used to do the show before me. So I got chatting to her. We're gonna go on a date with her. So I started chatting to her. Was down to her house, seeing her, chatting to her. So obviously was getting her, and then she told me that her ex, she was in prison. So I was like, okay, why? So I had to laugh. She said that her ex-boyfriend was a bit domestic violence. He used to beat her up and stuff. And then one day she had enough. So what she did, she tried to kill him, but she grated glass into his cornflakes.
I heard that story, yeah. I know about that, yeah.
What?
That's from a movie.
So she said that she had great golf in his cornflakes and stuff, and then it didn't do nothing to him, I think. And then she put some kind of rat poison in his food, and then the final thing, she saw him. No, she had a baby, and he must have punched her up and miscarriage, and then she ran him over, and that's what she went to prison for. And then I just cut that off. even though I'm not beating up the woman, I'm not even bothering. Cut that off.
Yeah, because she's got a whole bunch of trauma to
And I mean, I get the domestic violence thing, and you're desperate, but grating glass and that, and geez.
Yeah, that was in a Oz. To get back at other guys in the mafia, they would put, because they know that obviously, man, shooting. They would put glass in the foods, and over a period of time, your insides are being thing.
Just to think of those things to me was a bit.
Right.
Yeah, like knock that off immediately before you have to be running people down.
But it's easy to done knocking it off.
Not for me.
If you're frightened to get away, you got to think of all other shit.
But you're not frightened to run him down. To take the same car and drive away, no?
Yeah.
Enough. Move on.
You ran him down. I went jail. I'm not going jail. I'm leaving. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Because you can't. Some women just can't leave just like that. They can leave, but the man ends up following them.
Yeah. I get that.
Some muckers out there. You know, there's some crazy man out there, and women have left. And then
I get that. I'm not.
I've had that when the guys turn up at the girl's workplace. We had to go out there and front the geezer. And even then, when you front the geezer, it's like, shit, I'm going back to my house. What's she going back to? So it's not as easy as that just to walk away.
No, but
it's not as easy to grate glass in someone's food and run them over and put rat poison in their shit either. That's a lot more brain power than it is to just bounce, no? We're talking rat poison, glass, and motor vehicles.
Well, he survived, didn't he? So he must be a stronger boy.
Well, and she went prison. So she could have avoided the prison if need be. Anyway, moving on to the next topic. Let me just put my glasses on. Last question the last comment before I move on to the next topic. I'm seeing a greater problem in the future. He's not only setting rules for you to follow, but also your kids that don't exist after 2 months.
Oh my God, exactly.
He seems controlling and giving you little hints. Oh, hang on. He seems controlling and giving you little hints. Where is it? Yeah, of what's to come. I would remain friends, but move on and find someone who wants some of the things I do and who would have a sense of humor, because clearly he does not. I love a partner that I can make me laugh, and one that I can be myself around. To me, it seems you would always have to walk on eggshells, try not to break one of his rules. Sometimes you have to cut your losses before it becomes harder to do it later.
Yeah. Not so much eggshells, but peanut shells as well.
Hey Quincy, you couldn't take him to Five Guys. You know they do the peanuts on the side.
She's still with him, and I'll find out who that is, and he's at a comedy show. He's a fucking
He's done out here with his starts. I'm going to skip these comments and head to the next one because I know Quincy's a little bit under the weather. You've done well, so we've.
Yeah, I'll go after a couple of comments. Yeah.
This is the last show. The last topic for the show. So, this came out a few weeks ago. Daughter is 52 years of age, is in court to evict her 82-year-old mum from a flat shared home. So basically, let me remove this. Hang on. Basically, mum has a property that's worth £1 million or 1.1 million. And they split it in half. And mum turns over property to daughter so that they can avoid inheritance tax. Mum's living in flat above. Daughter wants her out. Daughter is saying the reason she wants mum out is because there's a leak in mum's. She's not letting anyone in to do any repairs. And there's a leak that's coming down that's messing with all of her electrics. They've been back and forth for 6 years in court where mum's she's trying to get mum kicked out of the house. What are your thoughts on this?
So mum is not letting her in the house to do repairs?
Basically, so she wants
mum's not well. I'm saying that if they're sharing the house and mum's not letting her in the room or where the thing is, I don't think mum might not be well.
Okay. So what do you think her next step should be, other than eviction?
Now, with the eviction part is that's not even. No, God's watching her. I wouldn't. That's not even putting that in it. I'm just like, well, you know what? It's my mum, and it's for the betterment of the house. I'm removing you myself.
You would remove her?
Not as in from the room until it gets sorted. Not removing her from the property. You know what I mean? You
remove her temporarily, but not evict.
Not evict. Yeah. And you can and she could do all that while it's getting fixed. Once it's getting fixed, go back upstairs.
Right. Yeah. Garry?
From persons who have issues with properties and people living upstairs, neighbours and water running down walls and stuff, it's a lot harder than that. So there's lots of things about leasehold and freehold and who owns a property. Even though is the flat 2 flats? Is it one lease or was it freehold for the property?
Mum owns a whole house. Whole
house. So basically, that's the problem. So they've got no right of access into the property. So if there's water running down the walls, the most you can do is get police to make access and stop the leak. But once they open up again, it will just leak again. So, I mean, if I would never evict my mum for wherever I was or wasn't or whatever. And if my mum was struggling something, I would try and pay the money for the mortgage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
she would she'd take her out and put her in a hotel for a little while or something else until it fixed and then move her back in. So but maybe
the house is outrightly paid for. It was mum's. Mum's now turned the house over to her so that when she dies, her daughter doesn't have to pay inheritance tax.
She still have to pay tax. You can't just turn someone. From my understanding, if I got a house, I can't give it to you. You still have to pay stamp duty and all that.
No, not the inheritance tax.
You can not inheritance tax. You can
gift the house, but you still pay stamp. You still pay stamp duty.
Gift the house. You can gift the house.
Yeah.
And in 7 years, it's your house.
In 7 years, but it's not even that.
It's a bloodline. People bloodline.
Or if you take your name off and you gift the house, she's put the house in her daughter's name. So
yeah, if I put the house, one of my properties in my daughter's name, then there's something about you got to pay stamp duty or something at a certain point.
But even stamp duty, if you've got a house that's worth £1 million, you've got to pay 40% of that. Stamp duty is going to be nowhere near 40%.
Yeah. In fact, stamp duty is about 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Yeah, it's nothing. So you can find that money for 1.1 million. You're going to find that money to think. But the bigger question for me is, because I think this kind of goes into Black economics and why we don't have properties. And when parents die, it goes over to kids, and then kids are forced to sell to pay the inheritance tax. So we never get to retain kind of property in our community because we're always selling on. And I think they try to beat the system, and we're here. So that's why the elders don't like to hand over their properties, because of things like this.
Just say for everyone now, because inheritance tax is $1 million now. If you've got a property in London, it's up to $1 million anyway. So you only have to pay the inheritance on anything over the $1 million. So you're cool.
That's up to $1 million now. That's good.
$1 million, 500. If you've got 2 parents, 500,000 each.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'm confused, because I'm like, well, the mum obviously has their best interests at heart, which is why she did all that.
Right.
But then I'm like, but why are you not letting them in the flat, mum?
But as Quincy said, she's probably not well. She might have dementia or something.
Yeah, but evicting your mum, I know. It just doesn't sit right. But I don't. Yeah, it doesn't sit right.
Yeah, that to me is obviously the punchline is obviously eviction is a clickbait, but I feel unfortunately mum is not 100%, or might be something wrong with her, because there's no reason. If you're explaining to your mum, there's something wrong with your part of the house, we need to fix it. You know what I mean? I don't care how ill you might be. It's your mum, innit? You don't evict your mum.
There must be something else going on. There must be something else going on.
Yeah. I reckon there's a couple of partner stories missing out of that.
Yeah. That was the gist of what the article said. We'll slip into what our viewers said. The pair who have been rowing for 6 years after falling out. Oh, actually, you're right. Falling out over accusations. The elder woman raised her voice to her young granddaughter. So that's what the problem. That's where the problem started. So Grand Pickney's misbehaving. Grandma shouts at her, and that's where the relationship started to kind of falter.
That's worth eviction,
right? I previously owned Norma's upstairs apartment together. Kiss my teeth. Raised her voice. Just put up and shut up. Norma does not even look like she knows about inheritance tax, but signed over her house to Dawn. Really, Dawn? Just feels like she trusted her daughter and gave her more, and now she's acting brand new. You can't tell Norma it's not about her house. Come on, from what? Life, and 40 years later, you want to kick her out for what? So Franco says the daughter should dash her out. The elder respect has gone too far.
Oh, Franco.
Franco. Yeah, okay. So you know you can't marry Franco because they kick out the yard.
Franco, seriously. Helen said, "This is what I said." The same thing I said. This is why black elders don't change their house into their name. You have to wait until I'm dead, you know, and then figure it out from then.
You know what? As you say that, yeah, I see this before I go. Yeah. So one of the things we do in our community, we don't think of generational wealth. Yeah, and it is that case of when I'm dead, then you have to find out shit. So
yeah, but this is the reason why. Yeah. So we should be putting things in place while we're here and of sane mind. So I remember having a conversation. So after my dad died, yeah, every minute my mum said, my mum went from grieving to say, "You know, like that kitchen, real sweet. That kitchen, I think I get the kitchen done." All right, and then finding out that dad had money here and there and everywhere. Hang on a minute. So I was like, all right, let's have a conversation, Mum, about like if like God forbid when it happens, you know what I mean, there's things in place, you know what I mean, and blah blah blah. And I'm just explaining, me and my brothers just explaining what's going on. And all I got back after explaining the companies, the people you're gonna deal with, I've got this. You trying to kill her?
So black.
Okay, I'm done about it. It's all right.
But in saying that, and this goes for all of us around the table and everyone listening, as black people, we need to start looking at trusts and putting your things in trust. All of you need to start putting your things in trust. It may cost you a couple £100, but it's worth it. You're not paying no tax on it. People could get whatever they get, and everything's crisp. Put things in trust. Yeah. That's all them rich white people and all them millionaires. Their trust fund. Everyone's got a trust fund.
Yeah. I wish Mowgli from the Prime Minister Mowgli, he's stuff's in the trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys, I got a shoe, man.
All right.
See that, Quincy?
We're nearly finished.
Okay.
But if you're gonna shoot, tell me what's going on, what's coming up.
Well, I've got the two interviews, Idris Elba and Mark Rowley, the police commissioner, this Friday. There's other interviews on there with Clint Dyer, the assistant artistic director of the National Theatre, on there as well, and a few others coming up. My hashtag Stand Up Monday show returns next week, Monday, on the 3rd, which I'm much looking forward to. Second one for the year. I'm going to be traveling up and down the country as I normally do. Yeah, but apart from that, just listen to the radio show. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the Casey report, which came out today. Which is it. She wrote what we already know. It was basically, do you know what she did? The Casey report. She basically copied and pasted the first report.
But no,
pasted it.
No, and she's added a couple other things. She's added misogyny in there. Yeah, she's added
gays and women. That's what she's added to it.
Basically. I read the summary and I was like, this is a joke.
Unbelievable.
All right, tell them where they can find your Quince before you hop off.
All right, go to my website and the platform, quincy'scomedylounge.co.uk. You can also catch me at 7-Eleven on the Barking Road.
Not 7-Eleven.
No. quincy'scomedylounge.co.uk. All the information is on there of all my stuff. Supreme. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 10 to 1 talk shows, Thursdays. Yeah, just so you can catch me, man. And I'm always about. Oh, and first thing in the morning, my 5-mile run. From you catch me in the morning with the foxes and the dogs. You see some weirdos in the morning, you know. Proper like
Barking Road.
No, on the Greenway.
Oh, through West Ham and
yeah.
Barstow.
So I run When you go up to Stratford, it's like that journey. You see a bit of joggers and all that, but you see some. It made me appreciate the homeless.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, raw. This man out here just living this life. Like you see them sleeping by the allotments and stuff like that, and see the dog walkers. I don't think I can love a dog that much to take it out on the walk at 6 a.m. I don't think I can love a dog that much. Nah, not when it was cold. Nah. Treadmill.
Where's it gonna poop?
Huh?
Where's it gonna poop?
I'll trade it down the toilet. I'll trade it down the toilet. Yeah,
I wouldn't own a dog, full stop.
Yeah, so that shit.
Right.
All right, Quince, thanks for sticking with us.
Thank you.
Love you. Thanks for jumping on.
Anytime. All right.
And we've got to still talk about our shows and all of the plans that we made last year. But true, you're a superstar now. You're avoiding us, eh?
No, I'm not avoiding you. I'm just trying to put things into place. I'll leave in one. I'll just give one scenario I'm going to do on Friday. Yeah. All right. On my show. I just want you quick answer and I'll go. So, my mum's got a neighbour who's got 6 cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they decided. Huh?
That's already a problem.
Yeah. And the cats have decided to shit at my mum's house.
Yeah, because they don't shit at their own house.
Why? What's your mum do? She's told this guy more than once.
Put pepper down in the garden.
Don't work.
It doesn't
So
work.
she's done the pepper. She's done the orange peel. She's done the stones. So she's done all the measures to be animal friendly. What would you do?
You know,
my mum just stones them. My mum stones them.
You know, you can buy that thing.
They don't even come.
You know, buy that thing. You buy it on eBay or Amazon. This thing, you put it in the ground. It sends a signal out that hurts the ears, and you just turn it up and leave it in the garden on 24 hours a day. That's what we've got. We don't get no animals in my yard.
Jason said, "Get a dog."
Have you got a pellet gun?
6-foot black man, pellet gun, come on, love. 5 years. No, officer, I'm just trying to shoot a cat. Do me a favor. Yeah.
All right.
Bye,
hon.
Bye.
Take it easy. Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Last few comments before we jump off. Can you see this, Nat? Can you read that?
Yeah. No, she shouldn't boot her mum out. That's just wrong. But I have a feeling the daughter is tired. 6 years is a long time to be fighting a losing battle. Mum might have some mental health issues or just stuck in her ways like most parents. So I think there needs to be enforcements. It's really sad to see this happen. It is sad. And if your mum's old, like, is this going to be the last part of your mum's life? This is how you guys are going to leave it? Like, it's just, it makes me sad.
Yeah, not worth it.
They're saying get a water gun for the cats.
Yeah,
they don't like water. Get a whole pond.
Listen,
a hose pipe and wet them up.
Wet them up.
Quincy, you're still watching. Tell mum to get a hose pipe and wet up the cats.
Worse than that, you can get a what do you call it? Jay's fluid and dash that everywhere.
Garry, I worry about you. You know some of the things you say.
Disturbing.
No, don't like Garry enough.
Jay's, yeah.
I have to hide this so that I can see. I'm getting used to it now. What else did they say? Carl Perkins said, "This is very sad. My mother owns a house of a similar value, and I've long told her to keep my name out of her will. I make my own money and already own properties. Some people have no pride and become parasites to their own parents and other family members. If the place is divided," I think he meant to say, into 2 flats, and her mother won't allow the work to be done, she should just sell her flat and move on. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't.
If she sells the flat and moves on, then the person below him could end up taking the mum to court for the letting the flat get into disrepair
anyway. Yeah. And she probably wouldn't be able to sell it for what it's worth because of the water damage.
Yeah.
Have capacity tested and flipping deal with her the way you're supposed to deal with your mum. That's my. I could never see myself evicting my mum out of her property. Cheryl come in said, sad times. I wonder if the daughter convinced the mum to sign over the house. Sounds a little shady. Ellie Jones said she would not have had the house, but for her mother's sweat, she will not prosper. Mark my words. Nasty piece of work, said Jacqueline Gillard. DJ Omar, original Funky Dread, said the only winners will be the lawyers and solicitors. And I said, yep, 100% agree with that. So, yeah.
100%.
That's the end of the show. That's all.
Cool.
But, yeah.
You just said, that's all.
That's it. Yeah, that's all, folks.
That's it.
Should I show the that's all, folks bit?
That's all, folks.
You got them now. You said, yeah, that's it. That's the end of the show. That's all. Bye. Go.
Yeah,
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Everyone all right?
Had a laugh.
Yeah.
I had a laugh as usual. Thanks for hopping on, Gal.
No worries.
Do you like Gary's beard? That?
No, cut that off, man. It's coming off, so I'm not working. She don't
Oh,
like
see,
it. See?
you know that I didn't clock.
See, look at that.
Do you like it?
No,
that's good.
no,
I
it's
think
coming
it
off,
looks
man.
nice.
It's coming off, man. Look like some Papa Charlie, like I said to your friend earlier.
You don't have no one calling you Peanut.
You know that. I said
Papa
to you, Ray Peanuts. God off Peanut. To say, if you don't want to come out, I'm going to be DJing down. I don't know if you don't be interested. It's kind of different from what you lot would usually do. But
are you serious?
it's called. What's that club? What's that? I can't remember. Wembley. Box Park.
Okay.
Yeah, in Wembley in a couple of weeks.
What's it going to be?
It's just standard. It's just, I don't know. They said it must be some event, but they said, "Oh, we come down playing there, Box Park." So it should be in the main arena bit. Should be all right, but it's probably white people and jump up and down.
Don't stereotype.
Actually, you know what? Actually, I may actually suggest to them about your machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't say no to money, although we're so over the 360.
What you say? What?
I said we won't say no to money, but we're so over the 360. It's fucking stressful.
Do you know what? A friend of mine has got that, but they said they've parked that one up and they've got the one that stands up now. It does the GIFs. It's like an iPad thing.
Yeah.
Because they go, boy, I don't have to stand there with it. I'll just leave it there, go back my business, come back 3-4 hours later, pick it up. This whole standing there.
Yeah. That might be the next thing that we look at, to be fair. But the 360 is good for like videos anyway, like for the work that we do. Mm-hmm. We can incorporate that into like studio hire and music videos and stuff like that. But dragging it about the place, I'm so over it. But we love money, so we will do it if there's a booking. If there's a booking, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it.
Nothing says thank you. I've got to check the date. They sent me a couple of dates. I've got to do 2 dates to know. I'll look at the date. So I think it's sometime. It's early April. It's there and another place up in Hertford, which you lot won't like. But it's called Pop World.
How do you know this?
I'll send you some videos.
All right, send me the videos. But we're actually quite open. We fit in anywhere. Anywhere.
It just
So keep us posted. We'll come. We'll definitely come. Edit that.
Yeah.
Nat's not even barking, man. She's Nat's
not living barking.
Barking Road, man.
Barking Road's not even in Barking. Imagine.
I know. The A13. Start getting nosebleed when you go up.
Listen, I go everywhere. I'm all over the country when I play.
Legs said, great show. Thank you, Legs.
Cool.
And Cheryl Cummins said, great live. Cool. So thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good evening. See you. Look after yourselves. Bye.
Sorry, did I interrupt you lot? I was talking away. What was you lot saying about barking?
That's gone.
I was reading comments and then I was just like, I interrupted you guys. But yeah, let us know. We're going to come, Garry.
All right, cool. No worries.
All right.
All right, have a good day, yeah?
Take care,
See you
babe.
later. Bye.
See you later.
Miss Roya. Oh, I removed you from the stream. Sorry. There you are. Yo, StreamYard had me sweating today. Like, it's good. But it's a lot better than Zoom. But slideshow features, I think, are easier with Zoom. Like, I was sitting here splitting it up because you can't upload the whole document. It can't be more than 50 megabytes, blah, blah, blah. But I think as we get used to it, we'll be able to add slides to the show and stuff like that. So
I think it's quite a heavy thing. So my other laptop was not having it. It was not having it. So I had to use my work laptop.
Never mind.
Then it's working now. The other laptop couldn't handle it though.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, at least I know that.
You know what's what.
Yeah, I know that now.
So yeah, what you got planned? Anything you want to tell the people then before we go? What's happening with Niall?
Yeah, we're actually up for we don't know who nominated us, but we're actually up for a SME Business Award.
Oh wow, well done.
Yeah, but they won't tell us who nominated us, so we don't know at all. So we're just waiting for them to send us the info.
Oh, well done.
So that we can like post and stuff like that. So that was a bit of good news today. So well, not today, the other day.
Right.
Okay. You just never know, like you say, who people are watching. There's getting a lot of comments on, they like the vibe and the page and the different things that we offer and stuff like that. So we didn't even know people were watching like that because it's not always it's not always very obvious. So yeah. So that was some good news.
Stamp and the family have some very important information to share with you. It's now
Oh Lord. Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say we got some things coming up, and then that came on.
I'm just, that just done me in. But as we're here, let me just show the video because I didn't get to show it earlier. Yeah. So as we said, we're going to be covering, Bravado is going to be covering Stamp Live in Abu Dhabi. Mm-hmm. We're really excited about that. We're going to be doing all of the correspondence, all the visuals, trying to capture the moments, trying to talk to people and bring as much of it live here to the UK as we possibly can. So the early bird packages for Stamp have sold out now. I think he's probably got less than 15 packages left. And then after that, it's make your own way. Yeah, after that, make your own way. We'll be selling wristbands, but once he sells out of that quota of wristbands, it's a wrap. So it's been doing well. But let me just play the little video that we made. So here goes. Here, playing around with this thing, boy.
The early bird packages for Stamp the Abu Dhabi Experience 2023 have now sold out. Yep, they're sold out. So for those of you who procrastinated, we now only have standard packages available and they are very limited. Please note, this is the hottest ticket in town. So call the hotline today on 0203 633 8464 or log on to www.stampexperience.co.uk and book your space today. Stamp the Abu Dhabi Experience from the 26th of October to the 2nd of November. Don't miss the experience of a lifetime.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. I was just listening to the soundtrack.
Which one? Which part?
That was playing in the background. I didn't hear nothing good he said. I was just like writing about tickets.
And that's what we're going to be doing when we get over there, boy. Ooh, hey. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, holler if you want more information. Holler at the No Bravado team. Drop us a message. Call the number that was quoted. We will drop the number in the group anyway. But, yeah, we're running out of time. So he's got, like I said, 17 spaces left, if that. Once they're gone, they're gone. And yeah, I think it's a better hotel. All now, every time I remember, I say I'm going to try and remember the name of the hotel, and then I can't remember the name of the hotel. But it's an upgrade. There's going to be an island trip. There's going to be a yacht trip. There's going to be sightseeing, beach party, pool party, unlimited brunch. all kinds of things going. And I wanted to ask Garry. Garry said he was going, but I don't know if he's booked yet. Hopefully he has.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So yeah. I'm gonna also say still if you like ethnic jewelry and statement pieces, check out my online boutique at www.divachoice.co.uk. And yeah, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, keep posting. You guys are the most hilarious. Like the lives, like people say, great lives, love the show, love the show, love the show. But the lives are based on what you guys put in the group. It's based on your commentary. We've now got an offline banter because some people wanted privacy, so you can't join the offline banter if you're not in the group. So a lot goes on. I don't even check in on that group because they're just way too advanced for me. That's always opinion. But just keep posting, keep interacting, keep doing what you're doing, because without you, we wouldn't have any content for our lives.
Yeah.
So we think you're the best. We love you.
You're hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious. Yeah, mate. Just keep it coming, keep it going. Yeah. And that's that.
And
go
on. Gary's friend.
Who?
The girl that gave the
scenario. Yeah.
I was all like, it's your choice. It would be a red flag for me. I'd run, but it's your choice. And until I found out he doesn't even eat nyash. Just let it go. Let it go. Not worth the egg. Not worth it. He don't even eat.
Yeah.
He doesn't even drink through a straw. Let it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth all the problems. He's like, you're not going to give me all that ag and you don't even go down. Get out.
Yeah.
There's got to be some worth. He's got to make it worth it. Not doing that. Get out of here.
Oh.
That was the biggest red flag of them all.
Well, they don't eat pom-pom.
Yeah. You want to be uptight like that, make my life a misery, and then do that because you put rose petals. Why are you putting rose petals in the bath if you're not going to nyash, bruv? Keep them rose petals. Give them to someone else. You're doing all the most romantically, and we can't even have the fruits of that after properly, because you're not even going to go down. So it's just going to be some dry sex thing. It's going to be dry. She deserves better.
Oh, I don't know what to do with you. I'm going to have you arrested. I just have to have you arrested. I'm put in jail. You're mad.
That's what I mean. Imagine this banter. This would absolutely kill him dead. So I couldn't be with someone like that, because you need to be able to take it.
Yeah.
But we don't know how she is. So she might not be as thingy. It might not be like a deal breaker for her. But what she said was endearing. Peanut head. Peanut
head's not endearing. Peanut is.
Come on. Peanut head. If she was like, yo, dickhead. Could you imagine? Then I would be like, okay, for real.
He would have a heart attack on the floor.
He would have a heart attack. But that's when I think that is not endearing.
Garry said, leave him alone. Garry, are you coming to Abu Dhabi? Let us know. Have you booked? You need to come. Let us know. But I couldn't be with someone that I had to walk on eggshells with. But at the same time, I wonder if people feel that way about me, because you have to, you can't be calling me names.
Yeah, but you can banter though.
Yeah.
I've even watched you date and banter.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah. No,
absolutely cannot do it. Good morning, Natalie. How are you doing, Natalie? I can't wait to see you later, Natalie. Do not call me peanut head. That's how problems arise. You're on a timeout. By the way, don't ever show me your pom-pom. It's offensive. No. No, he just sounds like a no. Like he does, like he's polite and he can be romantic, but I feel like you
I think
need.
sometimes that's how they draw you in as well. They nice rose petals and then fucking psycho releases. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Release the psycho, and then yeah.
So don't give me head because you're gonna want it, and I don't want to do it. So no one's getting head.
And you can't bust joke either.
And you can't bust joke.
Yeah.
Sounds like dead food to me.
All the way dead, isn't it? All the way dead. So she wanted our opinion. Hopefully she's watching. And the majority says leave him alone.
And I don't think she was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't think she was wrong. I think she unexpectedly said something that was a trigger that how is she supposed to know? I think he reacted in a way that's how he feels about it. But he didn't even take the time to analyze. Like he just kind of I feel like he bit her head off a bit.
Garry, do you want to come back on? He said, it's not only about head, girls.
It's not only about head, but it's a lot about it.
Yeah. You can't not give head and not crack jokes as well.
You can't give head. You don't crack jokes. You say my full government name like John the Baptist. You don't want head. You live at home with your mum and dad, which is fine. You've never had a long relation. You've only ever had sex once and you're 38, which again is fine. But because of all the other circumstances around it, it looks like this is why.
That's why. Because
you're impossible to be around after a while. That's what I'm getting the vibe that is from. It's just a bit like, oh, there's just too many like
conditions.
Yeah, conditions. And it just sounds like it's a lot about what he wants. Yeah. And even that was passive aggressive. Don't ever call me that. Don't call me names. Have a lovely day. What? No. All
right, Honey Dip. So if you're watching, leave this man.
Yeah. I think it sounds like she sounds like a cool person, reasonable, and he just sounds like he's just gonna be. And I think as well, when you thingy to too much to demands, he might just keep
piling them on
his demands. If a woman was uptight like that, I'd say the same thing. Oh my gosh, she's so uptight.
Oh, Gary's now spilling more beans. She also said there was no girth to his penis.
Case closed. Yeah, case closed.
Bye. No, we're not doing that.
What are we even doing here?
No head, no girth, and you can't joke. Good night.
No head, no girth. You can't joke.
Nah, he's got to go. Huh. Jenny's laughing. He's got to go. Bye.
If you want to retire in life, then cool. He sounds like the place to go.
Chanel said, I think the Valentine's Day gesture was sweet, but that might be because he's not used to having a girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's early days, and that's sweet, and the rose petals and that is sweet. But his reaction to things and his triggers to certain things, and what does that thing say, nigga? Come healed.
Natalie, I'm putting you in prison. You're in timeout.
Come healed. Like, we are all tired at this point. Okay?
Yeah, we're not trying to hear it.
Come healed, my nigga. Come healed. We're tired. Like, it's just too much. Oh, yeah. She said, let's not forget, he said, I'll call you Lily. Yeah, this is what I mean. Get rid of him. No. Let's stop pussyfooting around it now. Fuck that. He's weird. Chanel just reminding us of all the reasons why he's got to go. She said, call me Lily, but don't call you Peanut Head.
Called her Lily because she liked the flower. Yeah, nah, he's got to go.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. Too many conditions and not enough like pros or
too many conditions.
Not enough
penis, not enough head. Like you're talking way too much.
Oh. Well, hopefully we still got a YouTube channel, because with this you can stream to YouTube, Facebook. You can stream to 3 things, but they don't allow swearing on YouTube. So,
well, they cut that off after like 8.7 minutes.
Who said it's all about the head?
I'm not all about the head, but I mean, head's a fantastic, fun, excellent little bonus. And if you're going to be dead food like that and there's no head,
at least let me have an orgasm if I can't flip and crack joke.
And you've got pencil willy, like you don't touch the walls.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And you want to call me Lily? No. It's too much. She's not wrong. I don't care. And I'm not saying that because she's a female and I've still got female. She ain't wrong. She's supposed to know that you got trauma around peanuts.
Around his head. Some people, when I looked at the some of the comments, because I couldn't put them all, but one person was like, well, if he lost all of his hair in school, could you imagine the bullying and all of the trauma that would have caused then? So for you to then be now making reference to it, can you not see why that would have triggered him? Some people got where he was coming from.
If he's never mentioned it, and again, he should know that, I don't know, like, I think it's the way he shut it down. It was a bit mean. It was a bit like rude for no reason. I mean, clearly she was not calling you names. Like you said, it's like,
yeah. Good night, peanut head.
Come healed. That's why I say at 38, please come healed.
Yeah.
Come healed.
People don't know how to do that. No, it's not as easy as healing. Is one of the most difficult things that you can do.
Yeah,
it is. It requires a lot of self-reflection, and if he's autistic, it's going to be even harder for him to do that. But yeah, she's got the choice to not be in that at the same time. Yeah,
go get you some head. Get out.
Listen, I'm going to bed. I can't take you anymore. You need to be arrested. And I'll come and...
I know. This show can't go on the big ass platform because I'm not going to be able to shut up. I'm going to get cancelled so quickly.
No, you won't. They love it. People watch for your nuttiness. Oh, before I go, let me just shout out Israel Manuel. I am wearing his King's Peace Treaty t-shirt. Hit him up on Facebook and grab yourself one. I usually do Me Proud and Gifted, but I thought, let me give Yiz a little shout out. It's a whole kind of script on how we should stay true to ourselves as a nation and not take on indoctrinations of other nations. So yeah, holler at him should you want to grab one for yourself. But Natalie, I'm going to bed because you will have me here busted up all night, running the man about his girth, his non-head giving self.
He's rude. He's rude. He annoyed me.
He annoyed you?
Yeah, he annoyed me. He's rude for no reason.
Is that how you felt when you first read it? Like you didn't see his side of it at all?
I thought, like, okay. I was just like, okay, that's so extra. And I was thought, but after the first conversation, I would have stopped talking to him.
Right.
I would have been so angry, like, who the fuck are you talking to? Especially because I would have known the intent. Then maybe I would have thought about it later and thought, why are you upset about that? Like, and then we have the conversation. But when he went into that long spiel, making it into something that it wasn't, I would have thought, oh no, you're too much. Like, no. It's too much. it's too much.
Right.
You've gone and read into it so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna traumatize you, and then you're gonna traumatize me. That's what I feel like. He would absolutely. I think his pearls. He'd be strangling himself with his pearls. Could you imagine him and me? He couldn't take it. He'd be like, "No, fuck this bitch." A hit on me because you're upset about peanut head. I struggle.
Struggle with it.
I just struggle.
Well, we'll get a little update from Garry. Hopefully, she's watching, and the overall kind of opinion of everybody is to just run. So we'll get an update from Garry and see if she did actually leave the relationship. But yeah, it'll be interesting. We'll see if we can get a part 2.
Yeah, I'd love a part 2.
Yeah, see if she gives us an update.
Yeah, I'd love a part 2. I think the fact that she said it, she's got like a relaxed, nice little vibe about her, and I feel like he'd kill it.
Yeah, he'd kill her spirit eventually.
Ugh.
He would eventually kill her spirit for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
No. Well, we'll wait for the update.
Well, yeah, let's see if Garry will give us one.
Yeah.
If we can get one from him. And yeah, I'm just checking YouTube to see if it really did go live.
Did it?
Yeah, it really did go live.
Oh no, I'm scared to look on YouTube because they're ruthless.
Yeah, no, it's
like us.
Huh?
They're ruthless, like us, but
yeah, they are. But yeah, no, this StreamYard is good. It's going to take some getting used to, but I think once we figure it out properly,
we're good.
We're good. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right.
All right then.
All right, honey.
All right.
Catch up because we've got some business things to discuss. I've got enough to tell you.
Okay.
I've literally committed us to, well, if we get it, I've committed this to something, and you're going to be like, "Oh, did I say that we could do that?"
I'm gonna be like, "You raggedy ass,
bitch." But yeah, we might not get it anyway. So let's see.
Okay.
But I'll phone you tomorrow, or I might even phone you after the live and let you know.
Okay.
All right.
All right then.
Ciao, Bella. Bye, beautiful.
Bye. Bye, everyone. How do I come out?
It says, all right, so I think I have to remove, well, yeah, I've just removed you. And then I end broadcast. Bye, people.